we're going to make an open top hat. The ladies particularly love an open top hat, so they can like being able to wear their hair at the top of their hat. Start off cutting that leaf in half and skimming back this. Banana fibre I'm going to use today, tied together with. So here we go. Little V notch, about 5mm, the shape of a V. Don't need to go in very deep, but you do need to make sure they both sides match. Tie a good knot in there. Okay, I'm not going to pull that too tight. I don't want to break it. So start the weaving, and then that'll help to hold that in place. So I'm going to start the weaving so that when I weave, I'll weave that and that'll lock that in. I'm going to do a medium size brim. So we'll do 5s. So that's under, over, under, over, under, and flipping, folding and flipping each one. So these are all folded and woven in the direction that these are spiraling. Same again, under, over, under, over, under. Push through. So this will, when this hat's being worn later, we're looking at the bottom of the hat. The hat will end up coming up this way. Under, over, back to the start, and that's why we left that space. Very important to leave that space in the beginning. So now the space to weave these last few remaining leaflets back in. Okay, I'm going to pull that off to help get it woven through, creating the space. Under, over, and under. One more. This last one often takes a little bit of time to make the space. Help make it a bit easier for it to weave through just by holding that in place there and pulling through slowly. The last one's definitely the hardest to weave in. Okay, so that's pretty much that bit. What we're going to do now is just go around and pull them all in a bit tighter. So I can even shape it a little bit more as I'm pulling this as well. I can just lift that a little bit, pull, lift, pull, lift, pull. And that's the brim of the hat. So it goes that way around. I'm going to push these all back through. And the open top hat part is actually quite simple. Just pull one up, fold it so these are all going in this direction as well, which is still, we're looking at an anti-clockwise direction, but that's the way they're facing. So they get a little fold that way, and as I do that fold, I'm going to leave that space, so when I come back around and weaving, I've got that space there to weave the others through. And the old under, over, under. So in reality, I'm only lifting up the first and the third one. The other one's sort of sitting down because that one I'm going over. And then I'm going to just pinch the end off that and weave that back through. And I'm not going to weave it into that one there. I'm going to jump and weave it through a little bit further around, because otherwise what can tend to happen is you can tend to get a bit tangled up. If you leave yourself a bit of space by going forward a bit and weaving through there, you'll find that as you go around you don't get as tangled up. Okay, so next one, just following that pattern, fold, under, over, got to pull one more up to go under. Again, that's the beginning of the open top hat. I'm going to hold it up as well so that it stays in the right shape. Pinch the end off that. that's it there, that's what you're looking at. Should be looking like that. I'll weave that through. Each one that I've pulled up and woven in, I've got to weave it through down this end. It takes a little bit of time, but it's really important that they get held in place. Fold, under, over, under. That's the last one to pull up. No more to pull up there. Okay, now the last three. Under, over. Now I've got to pull this original one out a little bit. I can see I'm going to have to make a bit more room there. So I'm pulling it back out. So yeah, just the under, over, under thing, but just going to tighten those up a bit, get them closer together. Still keep on weaving that through. Okay, last two. Under, over, under. Lucky last one. Make sure I'm doing the folds right. The fold goes over. Sits in there. That second one needs a bit of manoeuvring as well. Pull that out a little bit. Close, under, over, and under, over, under. So they've all gone under, over, under. They've all gone three around, and then been woven back into the brim of the hat. Now it's just a matter of tightening all that up. That's really quite loose at the moment, so I'm just going to go around and pull these all in a lot tighter. They're really quite loose. And these can get pulled in just slowly, but yeah, do it little bit by little bit. Probably go a couple of times around and get it really nice and tight. It'll really lock into place and last a lot longer if it's, because you've got to allow for the shrinkage. As the leaf dries a bit, it will shrink and it will come looser. So if it's woven very, very tightly, then you don't notice the shrinkage as much as it dries. Okay, going to keep tightening here, tightening. And also at the same time I'm kind of holding these up a little bit so that they don't just collapse in too much. So yeah, to make sure that sort of fit roughly the same size head as what I started with. It will always go a little bit smaller because the way you weave up through there. So maybe the original head size that I checked on, it will be a little bit smaller. But then as it shrinks, it actually shrinks away from your head a little bit too. So if it feels tight when it's green, it will possibly, as it dries, start to feel a little bit looser. Along the top is looking fairly reasonably even, considering the leaflets are all slightly different thicknesses and shapes. That's pretty close to it, finished. I've just got to trim those off, and that's too small for me, which is hopefully a good lady size.
That looks amazing. It's incredible. Let's have a quick look at that.
Yeah.
Look at how perfect that is. It's amazing. You did a really great job, huh? Let's try that now on.
Yeah.
Let's put it onto people's head. Actually, it does fit.
Ah, there you go.
All right, Chris, we'll see you later. Here you go. Good job, man. Hey, just like with the bowl hat, I want you to tell your website just real quick.
Oh, okay, yeah. Website is Artisean, artisean.com.au, and yeah, there's lots of natural fibre work on there. Large scale festival arts projects with natural fibres. Not a lot of this crafty natural fibre stuff. It's more major arts projects, but could be very interesting to have a look at if you're interested in natural fibres. And yeah, this is a great channel, this one you're on right now, as far as the practical knowledge and how to do things that you can.
Well, we do our best.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm just so you got two options. You can be the wild jungle person and leave those sticking out, or you can go around and just trim them all off with scissors, or knife works okay.
It looks
And,
really smart, I must say.
Real neat.
Yeah.
Like that.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, thanks Chris. That's where we end the video. Appreciate you all watching. So yeah, just like up the video and comment down below, and we hope to catch you in the next one. Thanks Chris.
Thanks, David.
Cheers, man.
Cool. Well, that's two big ones.